In Outlander Season 8, Episode 6, Claire Fraser begins the episode feeling emotionally overwhelmed, but she continues working as a healer because many people depend on her. She worries that her advanced medical knowledge might change history in dangerous ways, yet she cannot ignore people who are suffering. At the same time, Jaime Fraser is dealing with rising tension from the American Revolution and is forced to choose between protecting his family and fulfilling his duty. He decides to join a dangerous military operation, even though it means leaving Claire behind. Claire remains at the settlement, where she treats wounded soldiers and civilians, but some people grow suspicious of her because her treatment seems unnatural for that time period. Despite this, she continues her work and even performs a very risky medical procedure to save a life, knowing it could draw more attention to her. Meanwhile, Brianna Randall Fraser and Roger Mackenzie face new problems that suggest time travel is becoming less predictable, and they begin to question whether their actions are affecting multiple timelines. As the episode continues, Claire struggles more deeply with her moral dilemma, because every life she saves could have unintended consequences in the future. She begins to feel isolated without Jaime and fears something may go wrong at the front. Later, news arrives that Jaime's mission may have gone badly, and that he could be seriously injured or worse. This shocks Claire and briefly breaks her emotional strength, but she quickly regains control. 0. She is simply a wife. A woman who has already lost too much in her lifetime. But grief, she has learned, cannot be allowed to take hold, not yet. Because as long as there is uncertainty, there is hope. And hope is something Claire Fraser refuses to surrender. Elsewhere, time itself begins to feel unstable. For Brianna Randall Fraser and Roger Mackenzie, the lines between past and future are no longer as clear as they once believed. What if time is not fixed? What if every choice creates something new, something unknown? The questions linger. Unanswered. Unsettling. And perhaps, unanswerable. As night falls, Claire makes her decision. She cannot wait. She will not wait. Love has carried her across centuries before. It will carry her again. No matter the cost. And somewhere in the distance, Jaime breathes. In pain. In darkness. But alive. For now. Because in a world shaped by time, the past is never truly gone. It lingers, in memory, in blood, and in the choices we make when we believe no one is watching. For Claire Fraser, time has never been a straight line. It bends. It twists. It demands a price. Each life she saves feels like a victory, and yet, somewhere deep within her, she knows that every intervention carries a consequence she may never fully understand. The air is heavy with uncertainty. War is no longer a distant rumor, it breathes at the edges of every home, every field, every whispered conversation. And at the center of it all stands Jaime Fraser, a man bound by honor. A man torn between love and duty. He has faced war before. He has survived loss before. But this time feels different. Because this time, he has more to lose. When Jaime rides away, he does not look back for long. Not because he does not want to, but because he knows that if he does, he may never find the strength to leave at all. Claire watches him go, her heart steady on the surface, but fragile underneath. She has lived through centuries, and yet, the pain of separation never lessens. It only changes shape. Left behind, she turns to what she knows best, healing. Hands that once held modern instruments now work with what little the past can offer. Her knowledge is a gift, and a danger. To some, she is a miracle worker. To others, something far more unsettling. Whispers follow her. They speak of things no one should know. Of cures that should not exist. Of a woman who does not belong. Still, she continues. Because to Claire, the choice has never truly been a choice at all. To heal, or to stand aside and let fate take its course. And fate, she knows, can be merciless. Far from her, the world tightens around Jaime. The battlefield is not just a place of strategy, it is a place of chaos, of fear, of moments that decide everything in the span of a heartbeat. Orders are given. Lines are drawn. But nothing ever goes as planned. Jaime leads not just with skill, but with instinct. He reads the land, the people, the danger. And yet, even he cannot predict everything. A single moment. A single misstep. And everything changes. Back at the settlement, Clare feels it before she hears it. A shift. A quiet, creeping sense that something is wrong. When news finally comes, it does not arrive gently. It rarely does. Words spoken in uncertainty. Fragments of truth wrapped in fear. Jaime may be injured. Jaime may be lost. The world seems to pause. For a moment, Clare is no longer the healer. No longer the woman who has survived impossible things. She is simply a wife. A woman who has already lost too much in her lifetime. But grief, she has learned, cannot be allowed to take hold, not yet. Because as long as there is uncertainty, there is hope. And hope is something Clare Fraser refuses to surrender. Time moves like water, sometimes steady, sometimes violent, always relentless. And sometimes, it moves differently for those it has chosen. Eleanor Fraser awakens in the early morning mist of the Scottish Highlands. She is far from home, far from everything she knows. Yet in this strange place, she feels the pull of destiny, an invisible hand guiding her forward. Her heart beats with the memory of a man she may never see again, a man whose name is tied to both love and danger, Callum MacLeod. The land around her is wild and untamed, filled with mist-covered mountains and rivers that rush like time itself. Every step she takes is uncertain, but she moves with purpose. Eleanor discovers a small village hidden in a valley, its people wary of strangers, their lives shaped by rumors of the other world, strange travelers from times they do not recognize. The village healer, a woman named Morag, warns Eleanor that her presence may bring both blessing and danger. A strange illness has been spreading through the valley, one that neither traditional remedies nor prayer can cure. Eleanor realizes her knowledge from the future gives her a power the villagers cannot imagine. She must decide, share her knowledge and risk exposing herself, or stay silent and watch lives slip away. Meanwhile, Callum MacLeod returns from a nearby skirmish, injured but alive. The village is tense, for enemies of the clan lurk in the shadows, and rumors of time travelers stir fear among warriors and villagers alike. Eleanor and Callum meet at the river, where she tends to his wounds. Their reunion is bittersweet, full of longing, but shadowed by danger. Together, they uncover a hidden plot. A group of mercenaries plans to seize control of the valley, exploiting both superstition and fear. Eleanor knows that stopping them will require more than courage, it will require strategy, knowledge, and trust between people from two very different worlds.